Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Chris Grosser. My friends, you can also create your own disasters. I am recording this show for the third time. First time, great show. I then accidentally erased it. Second time, just finished recording it, and I didn't have my mic plugged in, and it sounded like I was talking to you from a well. So for some reason, I am supposed to record this show for you 3 times today. Here it comes again. What do we see as we look at these charts? Everything a booming up for the day. S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, 20-year bonds, gold, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin up the most, 5.14%. I'll tell you at the end of the show, I'm not super excited about that. But let's look at where we are on the half-day chart, starting off on the S&P 500. We see it moving up for the day, 3.15%. We're above the 200 EMA. That's great. STC is still negative. That's okay. Now, where are we on the 2-day? STC on the 2-day is green. We're pushing through the 200 EMA there. That's beautiful. On the weekly chart, we bounced off the 200 EMA several weeks ago. It's green also. The only thing that's red is the half-day chart. What does that mean? When it goes green, I am initiating a practice trade. That could happen tomorrow morning, could happen tomorrow afternoon, might not happen at all. Maybe the whole market will crash, but if it does start to turn, I'm going to be happy to pull the trigger and jump in on that, set my profit and loss bands, and let things ride because it'll be a positive 15 with the success multiplier formula. Those who don't know what I'm talking about, success multiplier formula, I'll put that training at the end of today's video for you so you know how to understand the power of the wave on both the weekly, our long-term, 2-day intermediate term, and half-day short term, how to use all of that with one number to your advantage. Let's look at where we are, and here's another good lesson on how you can use all 3 waves, the success multiplier formula, to help you figure out when things make sense. Now, we were below the 200 EMA here. That's a requirement. We saw things go from green to red, and we talked about initiating a trade there for a down move. Now, I told you, I gave you warnings, so we're going to go ahead and practice trade this. But what's going against us? What was going against us is we had in the green the STC on the next larger chart. That was on the 2-day chart. Things moving up there and green candles. What about the weekly? The weekly had pushed through week before last the 200 EMA on the weekly chart and went from red to green back on the week starting the 14th of November. So you're betting against the 2 larger charts. The STCs on both of them are in the green. Green candles and the weekly pushing through the 200 EMA, going from a downtrend to an uptrend. Did you think this was going to work? Maybe if you actually called the top and things crashed over. This is not unsurprising at all. The more you practice, the more you again check out what works and what doesn't work, you will learn how this works and how you've got to obey the rules. And again, you can learn the hard way. We encourage you to learn the easy way. That is doing practice trading. When you think you're starting to get good, you don't go to cash, you go to fractional trading. What's fractional trading? A small dollar amount, maybe about $100 worth. And how do you do that in something like the Qs? Well, you can go to an online broker that has fractional shares, allow you to just buy $100 worth. And then if you lose 2 or 3%, no big deal. If you've got $50,000 in and you start losing 2 and 3%, 5% here and there, you won't be around with us very long till you give up in disgust and say, nobody can do this. You can do this. You just got to practice every day. Now, let's move on to bonds. Where are they? In the green, been in the green a long time when it comes to the half-day chart. We are below the 200 EMA here. Went down for a day and a half. Now, what does it look like with our other charts? Well, we look at the 2-day. We're below on all these charts the 200 EMA. We have been going up for a few days. We're in the green on the STC. So if we look at things rolling over on that half-day chart, how good are we going to feel that we've called the top? Not too good. And look at this, even less so on the weekly chart. Now again, weekly is well below the 200 EMA. But of course, our problem is we are green on the STC, and we got nice green candles reaching the most recent higher highs this week. So again, you're betting against all that. So if you see the opportunity to go short on 20-year bonds, be careful. Think twice about it. What about gold? I love gold. Above the 200 EMA on this half-day chart. Red on the STC. Green up candles up for the day. 1.28%. Check out the 2-day. Now, it hit the 200 EMA back on the 2-day candle beginning Monday, the 14th of November, and pulled off that, starting to move up again. So it's not above the 200 EMA, but moving in the right direction. Green on the STC. Where are we on that big weekly chart? Well, let's bring that into position. Wow, we moved above the 200 EMA a couple of weeks ago. Green STC moving up quite nicely. So if I saw a positive 14 on the success multiplier formula, all I'm waiting for a positive 15 is for this half-day chart to rotate over into the green. I might pull the trigger on that practice trade and go long on gold. So again, you got so much working for you there. Keep that in mind. Might be an opportunity for you to practice trade later this week. May not. Gold may crash. But if it doesn't, keep an eye on it. What about Bitcoin? Woo, it's up for the day, 5.14%. Is it time to get into Bitcoin? Well, that's just your half-day chart. Look at where we are on the 2-day. You can see the results of the crash over the last couple of weeks. Wham, down. Red on the STC. Now, this is a weird one. We're green on the STC on the weekly after, a couple of weeks of up movement before the latest hammer down. Don't quite understand what's going on there, but I can sure see the numbers. Red spinning top this week after 3 weeks of down movement. Don't think I'll be jumping into Bitcoin anytime soon. We've been calling that for quite a while. You'll know when to get into Bitcoin on your practice trades. Why? Because you'll have market capitulation. Nobody will want to own this crap, as they will call it. And then at some point, at some number, it'll bottom out, and then it'll start moving up. If it does anything like it's done in the past, Bitcoin's been thrown out a number of times, but it's always come back. Will it come back this time? I don't know, but I'm willing to think probably at some point. So keep watching it. We'll see what opportunities present themselves for future practice trades. God bless, my friends. All the best. Hopefully the third time is the charm. We appreciate hearing from you. CW at chartingwealth.com. Patreon members, God bless you.